Askreddit, serious, older people of Reddit, what is one thing you wish you did but didn't because you were nervous? It always involves a girl. Asking her out, romantic time, etc. And I think in a way it was better being a 20-something in the 90s. It was always better to hang out with friends or go do stuff than stay at home. No Netflix, no DVR, no awesome video games, etc. I was never at home. I'm 22 and some days, I wish we didn't have access to all this shit at our fingertips. Like, can I take someone out like it's the 50s or hell even the 20s? Like let's go to a drive-in movie or some shit. I am 62, if I was 22 again or even 15 again, I would start over with an area of life that I was really interested in, or a talent that I had, or some goal or career that excited my passions. I know what it would be for me, but do not know what this would be for you. That is something you have to decide. I would then become a specialist in that area before I was 35. I would have finished my degrees earlier in that area of specialization, or I would have concentrated every job experience in that area of interest. Then by the age I am now, I would be the world-renowned expert in that area. What area of life really gives you joy or keeps you enthralled? Start there, and do not look back. Find experts in that field that will mentor you, even if you have very little income in the early years, and take every course or class in that area of interest that you can. Become part of groups that specialize in that area and become a volunteer in that area until you become a paid volunteer. Do not be afraid to travel the world to find the right mentor or group in that area of interest. Take risks to follow only that interest. There will be discouragers who either envy your intensity or don't understand it, but do not listen, follow your path. If you do this when you are young, then when you are my age, you will have done what you love for your whole life, and become the best you that you can be. Today, at whatever age you are, ask someone you trust and knows you well enough what they see in you, what talent or what interest you have the gifting for, and then start to follow that process, and contact me in 5 or 10 years to see how that is going for you, but stay the course, do not look back, dive in with both feet and go for it. I wish I would have tried harder for professional opportunities while in college. I went the whole time doing the bare minimum, STEM degree, thinking I'd be qualified for a job once I graduated. I missed out on countless networking events and jobs, internships in the summer because of fear. Both fear of getting poor grades by sacrificing the time to go to networking events, and fear of rejection. That and playing football in high school, sigh. Same. The actual knowledge and the degree itself is worthless. The value of college is in networking and building the right relationships so you can cut in line. If you're just going to do your assignments and not network, you might as well stay home and save your money. I have this degree but I don't know anyone, ain't worth shit. I should have danced more often. I sometimes catch myself dancing to no music just cause it feels good. My friends look at me like I'm crazy, but you have inspired me to make them look at me like I'm even crazier. I wish I'd learned how to dance well. So many times sitting on the fringes watching others have a great time, feeling self-conscious about my lack of coordination, skill when I did work up the courage. Dance lessons would have been fun and affordable, and I regret not taking them. There are more, not a ton, but you asked for just one smiley face. Note, I'm 67. Haha, I'm 15 and barely know how to dance. Oh geez, well, when I was a girl I always wanted to get a van, deck it out, travel around here and there by flipping a coin on a map, write PPL stories in the places I went. Then settle down off-grid, build me a place in the woods with a woodsman. I did do some of it. I didn't do the van thing, wish I woulda, but I did jump off-grid and I am married to one heck of a sexy woodsman. I'm 46, by the way, and kids out there. I got one thing to say, do all the things. Don't be afraid. Wow, my mom is a little bit older than you. How does it feel? I wish I would have lived on my own before getting serious with anyone and getting married. I went straight from living at my parents' to having a family of my own. I agree. I'm 40, and I have never lived alone. I went straight from my grandparents' home to a new home with my husband 20 years ago. I wonder now what it would have been like to have been all on my own for a while. Get laid more. In hindsight there was so much more I could have gotten had I actually just went for it. And this isn't hypothetical, I've talked to women I knew in HS after we all got old and married that, and I quote, I totally would have jumped you if you'd just asked. Sad face, this hits so close it hurts. I'm upvoting this because I want to know too. Thank you, this inspired me from a YouTube channel called Yes Theory. They are very powering and I suggest everyone give them a try, really made me thinking to get out of my comfort zone. I wish I'd traveled overseas when I had the health and time, and even opportunities in college that would have given me credits and been partially covered by financial aid. It would have been so much fun to travel with my peers, meeting other young people, seeing amazing things. I wish I had those kinds of memories. But, I was, and still am phobic when it comes to flying. Clonazepam can solve that. Simply just saying yes more often. I generally let my social anxiety make my decisions, which led to fairly quiet life. While I am mostly happy with where I am, I can't help but wonder how better things could have been. I usually say yes more than no. Absolutely nothing. I am happily married, have 2 great kids, and I love my job. I was told at 7 years old, never regret. Whatever you did led you to who you are now. At 53 I can barely walk, but I had a hell of a good time getting here. Wow, this is amazing. I'm 58. Knowing what I know now, I'd have left my family and never looked back. Sexual abuse was hidden and not talked about in the late 60s, early 70s. People knew, no one helped. If you told your guidance counselor, they called your parents. It ruins you. It's taken me a long time to forgive myself. My parents are still toxic, and I mostly don't speak to them. I wish I could get my husband to learn this. His mother is so fracking abusive and he just puts up with it for no reason other than family obligations. I did eventually do this, but I really wish I had done it sooner. Learn another language. I started learning Spanish at 42 and I am now 51 and basically fluent. You're my hero. I'm 47 and working on it. I understand a lot, but my output is poor. Being blinded by money with a summer construction job that paid well and not going to college in the fall like I should have. What major would you have pursued in college? Why do I want to answer this? I'm only 26 LMAO. Or what do you mean? Taking the helicopter ride around an erupting volcano in Hawaii. I was too scared to even tour around the Volcano National Park in Hawaii the last time I was there. A helicopter ride would be wild. Maybe next time, eh? Remember that shit about, don't worry about if you don't know what you don't want to do in life, crap that you were told in high school? Well, that's garbage. All of it. You better know freshman year what you want to do and you'd better laser focus on that thing. Wasted my fracking life going into the military, learning a trade that's dying out, going to college learning a different skill that I thought was fun because I was under the impression that what most people do for a living has nothing to do with their college degrees. Because in order to get a starter job, you need 6 years of experience and a college degree in that exact thing. Transferable skills? Lol, what's that? That's garbage they feed to children to make them feel better. So here I am at 36 trying desperately to catch up by learning IT so I can actually get a job because people don't actually give a crap about transferable skills. They want exact. And they want a master right off the bat. I want to be in the SVU, Special Victims Unit. I am only 15, a sophomore in high school. Law and Order SVU has heavily inspired me, but I am nervous that it may not be what I want to do when I'm older. I'm approaching my 70s, and I've often wondered, if I had it to do all over again, would I 1. Ask that girl out, or 2. Demand that promotion, or 3. Tell my boss how wrong they were? I'm pretty sure I wouldn't. If I didn't do it the first time, why would I do it the second time? How does it feel to be 70? Go to Van Halen for the 1984 tour. I was 13 and never been to a concert before. Heard scary stories and thought I might get beat up. Dumb, I know. My first concert ended up being Rat. This one is my favorite. Hell yeah, VH in their early prime would have been awesome. My first concert was ZZ Top in 1983 and it was great. Please subscribe. Multiple videos uploaded daily.